Alright, this is Thunder Force review. Bagada boogada boo boo boo. Clap your hands if you're ready to go. Here we go, time to talk about Ben Falcone. Melissa McCarthy is here as well, but Octavia Spencer has a stunt double all the time. Jason Bateman's got crabby legs. We're not gonna have any of this in the...
It's Patrick Beatty Reviews, the #1 for news. It's Patrick Beatty Reviews, #1 for news, yeah. Tune in, get up. Yeah, what's up?
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
What is up, my gaggle of geeks? Time to talk about Thunder Force, which is directed by Ben Falcone, stars Melissa McCarthy, Octavia Spencer. This is about two estranged best friends, Lydia and Emily, who reunite after Lydia accidentally gets turned into a superhero from a serum that was meant for Emily to save the world. Now the two are going to have to work together to save the world from a fairly generic villain and a crabby henchman played by Jason Bateman. Not unlike this year's Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar, this is kind of a funny comedic play up on friendship, this with a trope of the superhero genre. And while you would think that there would be a lot more comedic elements with Octavia Spencer and Melissa McCarthy, and that this could be a really fun concept, wow. What's most disappointing to me personally comes from the director Ben Falcone, who of course is married to Melissa McCarthy. You would think that there would be a lot more attention to detail when it comes to the story. I mean, you do have these two who have a childhood trauma and defending each other that make the relationship be built, and you do see that bond later on in the film. Octavia Spencer and Melissa McCarthy both act fairly well. They do their job well as far as performances and stuff go. When it comes to the superhero stuff, the action scenes, there really isn't much. It just cuts straight to a stunt double, particularly with Octavia Spencer. The story itself with the villains, everything as far as how they get to point A to point B, the structure is very generic. This is something that you've seen in almost every single superhero film, and I was hoping to see more, but because it's PG-13, it's a little bit hindered because of the rating to me. Which leads me to my next issue, which is the comedy. The comedy just isn't really there for me. It doesn't stick as well as I hoped it would. Melissa McCarthy has some funny jokes. There's a bit with her and Raw Chicken that I think is pretty funny, and her chemistry with her and Jason Bateman is pretty good for the most part. However, most of the film just did not hit the high notes that I know Melissa McCarthy can do with her comedic ability, and to really bring something new to this genre that they're trying to bend. Like, there's so many things you could do to make fun of the superhero genre. So many things. So many things. We take ourselves way too seriously, the people that love the superhero films, so it would be very easy to do kind of a Galaxy Quest type film that's centered around superhero films, maybe has some more generic stuff like what this film does, but also pays tribute and does stuff that's new, that brings a new comedy, and you could even save the PG-13 rating. But for some reason, the comedy just does not hit in this, and it may just be because Ben Falcone and Melissa McCarthy work better in an R-rated setting. That's what I'm thinking when it comes to Thunder Force. It really just did not hit the mark for me. It may be something that you could watch one day on a weekend, but there really isn't anything else from there. I'm giving Thunder Force a 5 out of 10. So what did you think of Thunder Force? Whatever you thought, leave a comment down below. Let me know. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to check out Gaggle of Geeks. It's our weekly podcast that we do live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Check out the channel. It's linked above. Thank you so much as always for watching, and I will see you at the next review.